Yo, what's really, really good, my people? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. Let's get into this. So, China Mac and AD from No Jumper had a disagreement over what appeared to be an idea that they both talked about, and China Mac felt that AD stole the idea and then pretty much never picked up any phone calls from him, pretty much shitted on him. And they met up and they fought like two grown-ass men. Listen, I'm from New York, like old school New York, whatever you want to call it. And never in my life did I imagine that out of all the dudes, the so-called real dudes from New York, that it would take a Chinese dude to really pull up and represent New York in the right way. I'm not talking about whether he won or lost the fight. That's not the point here. It's not the point, and it really doesn't even matter. What matters is China Mac went and was in LA and handled his business like a man. He thought that whatever happened, it was a whether it was a misunderstanding of what, China Mac felt disrespected. He called out AD from No Jumper, and they handled it. Now, on this YouTube app, on the Clubhouse app, all you constantly hear from bozos like Whack 100 and everybody that's super tough, China Brim and Scheme Team and all these other dudes talk about doing this and doing that and fighting this and fighting that and ain't do a motherfucking thing. It took a Chinese dude to go and represent New York in the way that New York needed to be represented. And like I said, win, lose, or draw, he handled his handle. I respect it. Anybody that's a real one is going to respect it. He felt disrespected. He called something out and he went to on his land, in his territory, and shook it out. A lot of dudes talk a lot of shit, man. Look, man, when you're 20 deep, you could be the toughest dude in the motherfucking world. When you're 20 deep and on your block, you could be even tougher. But when you're by yourself and you're in somebody else's territory, and somebody steps to you, that's what we know. That's where you find out where people's heart at. That's why when you go to jail, a lot of these so-called tough guys that are out there in the streets with guns and gangs and all this other shit, they don't be like that on the inside. You know why? Because it ain't no running there. And it's just you. Because before, even if you in a gang, before they really ride out for you, they want to know if you really willing to ride out for yourself. So that first incident that come your way, and it's coming too. Because when you're in jail, that's pretty much unavoidable. When that comes your way, they might let something go down for, just step back from a distance and see what you about. Especially if you one of them dudes that come in there talking about I'm a murder, death killer. So they gonna say, oh, yeah, let's see. Let's let it go down for a couple minutes, and then, if it get ugly, we'll get in there. But they want to see where your heart's at. China Mac, I respect you. I salute you. I did a video or something talking about him when it was like, the whole thing last year about the Chinese, the Asian community being attacked by the black community and whatever. I respect China Mac for all the things that he's trying to do to further his community and better his community. I respect all that. We differed in some of the opinions as far as, saying that they were getting targeted by blacks and all this stuff. I don't think that's to be the case. I don't think that the statistics bear that out, but it is what it is. China Mac is a grown-ass man. He stood on his morals. He stood on his, he stood for his respect. And I ain't got nothing to say, but I salute you. I salute you. And AD from No Jumper, the same thing. He ain't no chump. He got called out, and he stepped to his business. So salute to that man, too. The moral of the story is for all these young boys, all these kids that think that, the answer is going to straight kill somebody. It don't have to be that way. Violence isn't even the key. Like, it would have been nice if they could have handled it without fighting. But if there is no other alternative, I would much rather see two men square up and fight with their hands than see two men shooting at each other in the middle of a neighborhood where there's innocent children and women and everybody walking around, and possibly hit somebody that doesn't deserve to get hit, or kill each other, when a lot of these disagreements are not that serious. Okay? So this should be the standard for, you know, all the things that, you know, the streets and everything. They need to take a look at this situation right here, which was two men that disagreed, had a disagreement, felt disrespected, and instead of going and involving a whole bunch of other people and having a whole bunch of other people shoot and kill each other, they took both of them stood up, fought like men, and after, they weren't saying, yo, suck my dick, yo, that's my word, I'm gonna kill you. They gave each other a pound. They said it's all good, and they went their separate ways. Real gangster shit. Straight like that. You know? I hope that people take heed to this and see that this is something that should be, you know, replicated, and it doesn't have to end in gun violence and killing each other all the time. That should be the very, very last resort. Not the first one, my people. Anyway, yo, y'all be good out there. Much love to everybody. Much respect to China Mac and AD from No Jumper for setting the standard and setting an example. And everybody, stay blessed, stay safe, and enjoy this beautiful weather. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.